What's up, squad? It's your Squid, aka the Anxious Squid, here at Anxious Squid Productions. These guys are my patrons. They're awesome. You know how Patreon works. Please click the link in the description and become a patron of mine. I like money. Some of your money becoming my money would be dope. This is part 3 in 3 Before February, which is a NASCAR documentary that I'm reacting to. If you haven't seen the other parts, go and click on part 1. It'll be in my Motorsport playlist. And then, yeah, catch up and I'll see you when you get here. Let's just play the title, shall we, and get straight back into it. Thanks for clicking back on this for me, guys, and hopefully I'm uploading them quick enough that you've just seen 2 and you're rolling into 3 now, so we'll see how we go. I'll get the timer started and I'll press play.
Bad race.
We'll go back 10 or 15 seconds.
Near the back when he crashes by himself, leaving him 42nd. On May 5th, Roper fails to qualify at Richmond, site of his testing crash 2 weeks earlier. Petty finishes 16th in what will turn out to be his 43rd and final Busch Series start. The next night on May 6th, Irwin has another bad race. While racing Mike Bliss down the front stretch,
big bounce off the
runs over
wall.
a piece of shattered brake rotor off Robert Presley's Ford. Bliss blows a tire and pins Irwin into the outside wall. Irwin's car sits in the middle of the track for some time before anyone arrives at the scene. Initial reports say Irwin lost awareness while talking to others after his release from the infield care center and that he had to be transported to the hospital. This is later denied by the team. Irwin himself says he felt sore but decided against going to the hospital. Injury or none, his second straight 42nd place finish has dropped him to 29th in the points.
Okay.
On May 10th, 4 days after the Cup race in Richmond, Adam Petty is in Charlotte for a test. He's now planning to add the Winston Open to his schedule, but it's unclear whether he'll run a Chevrolet or a Pontiac. The team has both at the track, and it's anyone's guess which one he'll run the following week.
Yeah, okay.
He then travels north to Loudon, New Hampshire, where he enters the upcoming 200-lap race, 24th in Busch Series points.
Rambling stone fences and white clapboard buildings. This is pastoral, picturesque New England. A hotbed of stock car racing? You better believe it. A quarter century these fans have waited to see these Winston Cup drivers. And finally, there's a world-class facility here to showcase their talents. All the stars are here. And so are 70,000 jacked-up race fans. They've waited 25 years, and they just won't wait any longer.
Nice.
Nicknamed the Magic Mile, though measuring just a shade over that, the New Hampshire International Speedway started hosting NASCAR modified Busch North and Grand National Series races when it opened in 1990. It was added to the Winston Cup calendar in 1990.
I'll go back in case that bottle dropping was annoying. Sorry, guys.
Showcase their talents. All the stars are here. And so are 70,000 jacked up race fans.
Still haven't tried Mellow Yellow.
25 years, and they
More of a
just
Mountain
won't
Dew
wait any
guy.
longer.
Nicknamed the Magic Mile, though measuring just a shade over that, the New Hampshire International Speedway started hosting NASCAR modified Busch North and Busch Grand National Series races when it opened in 1990. It was added to the Winston Cup calendar in 1993. Prior to 1998, the track's 4 corners, each banked at just 12 degrees, had been repaved, giving the asphalt a darker complexion at the end of each 1,500-foot straightaway. For the year 2000, Loudon has 3 NASCAR weekends on the schedule.
So, Busch, right? I presume that's the beer. NASCAR, Busch North, Busch Series, trucks, Busch North, blah, blah, blah. Like that Busch, I presume is the beer. And I also presume that Kyle and Kurt Busch have no relation to Busch the beer. Confirm my theories for me, please.
Each in May, July, and September. As of this, the track's 10th anniversary season, Loudon has not had a single fatality. That is, until the afternoon of May 12th.
Good afternoon from New Hampshire International Speedway. We greet you today with heavy, sorrow-filled hearts because during practice here yesterday, 19-year-old Adam Petty was killed. An accident in turn 3, taking the life of the 4th generation of racing Pettys. Adam Petty first grabbed headlines in this sport when he won his ARCA and Super Speedway debut at the Lowe's Motor Speedway in Charlotte back in October of 1998. Of late, this has been the best of times and the worst of times for the Petty family. The excitement of the family's involvement in the return of Dodge to NASCAR racing. The excitement of seeing Adam Petty move to the NASCAR Winston Cup circuit for the DirecTV 500 at Texas just a few short weeks ago. Then all of that tempered by the passing of the family's patriarch, Lee Petty. And now, just unbelievably, Adam Petty, at 19 years of age, having just begun to experience life, tragically taken from all of us.
So
Needless to say, we offer our condolences to Kyle Petty, to his wife Patty, to Adam's brother Austin, his sister Montgomery Lee, to Richard and Linda Petty, the entire Petty family. A heartfelt condolence, although I'm afraid that at a time like this, our words just come up way too short of filling the void that certainly they have to be experiencing. Adam Petty.
Who's that?
At the age of 19.
That journalist has my respect.
During practice for the Busch 200, Adam Petty's car goes straight to the entrance of Turn 3 and smashes into the wall nearly head-on. There is no footage of the accident, but eyewitnesses say the car briefly catches fire as it grinds to a stop against the outside wall. As the Petty team prepares the backup, emergency crews begin to cut the frame of the primary. Petty is removed and transported by ambulance to a helicopter pad outside the track, where an airlift awaits. By the time Petty arrives at Concord Hospital, he is pronounced dead. The cause of death is originally listed as serious head injuries, but it is later clarified as a closed head injury at the base of the skull, also known as a basilar skull fracture.
That's what killed Earnhardt, isn't it, as well? Dale Earnhardt Sr. Basically when, like, your neck breaks from G-force, effectively, or your skull separates from your neck or something like that. Real fucking gnarly to see in person, apparently. Like, somebody left a comment after a Dale Earnhardt video of mine about how it's pretty much just blood out of every hole. You know what I mean? And it's yeah, not fun. And that's how Schrader knew that Earnhardt was dead before anyone else, because he was the first to the car and he was like, nah, that's fucked. But
Number 45 car
that's sad.
Listed as serious head injuries, but it is later clarified as a closed head injury at the base of the skull, also known as a basilar skull fracture. The number 45 car is covered in a tarp, then removed from the track. While it's never officially confirmed what happened to the car, it's believed to have been buried. The team withdraws, the future of both team and family very much in doubt.
Today's show was meant to be a celebration of Adam Petty's life. He was certainly just a fine young individual.
Just a prince of a guy. He came from one of the finest families that you'll ever want to meet. And our prayers and best wishes continue to go out to the entire Petty family.
You know, this is a very dark time, but I know what I'm going to do when I think of Adam Petty. I'm going to remember that smile. And I encourage fans to do the same thing. Remember the smile, then it won't be so bad.
Very good point, Steve. Remember the Petty smile.
The somber race is won by Tim Fedowa. Interestingly, this is the only Busch Series race of the first 13 where Irwin's number 42 is not entered. Roper fails to qualify. The following Monday at 11 a.m., services are held for Adam in High Point. Among the drivers who attend are Ward Burton, Bill Elliott, Ernie Irvin, Dale Jarrett, Bobby and Terry Labonte, and Bobby Allison.
That's rough.
A few years earlier, Allison had separated from his wife Judy after the deaths of their sons Davey and Clifford Allison, both rising stars in NASCAR.
Shit.
Davey's final start came in the inaugural race at New Hampshire in 1993. Clifford's passing...
So they haven't fucked around. Like, they are not fucking around when it comes to safety features and stuff. Like, this is just a litany of dead people that they're talking about right now as a result of the sport, you know? And it's like... Yeah, that's...
Crash in a Busch Series practice session at Michigan in 1992 was the most recent death in the series before Adam. The couple reunites as they console the Petty family, and later that summer will remarry in Bessemer, Alabama.
Oh, that's nice.
On May 17th, 5 days after Adam's death, Kyle Petty says he won't run the Winston Open at Charlotte, where a 4x6-foot flag bearing Adam's name will fly over Victory Lane.
Yep, that's the
4
thing.
days later, Adam's Busch Series team is also withdrawn from the next race in Charlotte on May 27th. Kyle won't run that weekend either, and the team has put Steve Grissom, the team's Truck Series driver, into the number 44 Hot Wheels Pontiac.
Nice for him,
Grissom
I suppose.
will fail to qualify, joining a list of 5 DNQs.
Oh, or not.
On May 20th, Lyndon Amick carries a Petty blue decal on his hood for the ARCA race at Charlotte. By race's end, Adams' number 45 rolls into Victory Lane for a second time.
No, not going to happen. Lyndon Amick will win his first career ARCA victory with Kerry Earnhardt and the veteran Tim Steele in tow.
Nice.
Lyndon Amick led the final 19 laps of the event, scores the victory there.
after she was involved in an accident in turn one in the last lap scramble to the finish. But it is Lyndon Amick from South Carolina in the Ken Schrader Racing entry here. He scored the victory, his first in the ARCA
Ken
Series.
Schrader Racing, that's cool. I have to look up Schrader, I reckon.
There he is.
Check out some Schrader highlights, you know.
Kenny Schrader was not very encouraging on the radio. He said you had better cars behind you. Did you think you could hold those guys off?
Well, I knew if I just hold my head, and I tell you, run this race like Adam did 2 years ago. He won this deal, man. We're carrying his name on the hood. This means the world to me, and this is for the Petty family and for Kyle. And we love them to death. And,
good on you, man.
I'm heart's with him, and I'm with him all week, and that's why I want to do this. It was my idea to put this guy on the hood, and he was with me tonight.
It's against this
Good on you,
backdrop that Kenny Irwin Jr. competes in his second running of the Winston All-Star Race. As in 1998, Irwin advances to the main event by being the new driver of a team that won the previous season. Sponsor Bell South celebrates their first start in the All-Star Race with a special paint scheme for Project Impact, a disaster readiness program in collaboration with FEMA.
Cool.
The race gets off to a bad start when Irwin breaks loose in turn 3, putting John Andretti into the outside wall.
Yeah, rough.
Irwin finishes 12th, 1 lap down to Dale Jr. Despite the struggles, for Irwin it's a welcome distraction from the persistent rumors about Chip Ganassi investing in Team Sabco, and now new rumors about switching to Dodge. Rumors that don't include Irwin or his teammate Sterling Marlin staying with the team. Then, after the race, a concrete walkway leaving the Charlotte track collapses.
Holy shit!
78 fans are injured, 13 of them critically. Fortunately, none are killed.
Fucking hell, that's a breach!
Later, concrete walkway leaving the Charlotte track collapses. 78 fans are injured, 13 of them critically.
Fucking hell!
Fortunately, none are killed. 1 week later, Irwin makes what will turn out to be his 14th and final Busch Series start. He finishes 20th, then runs 24th in the Coca-Cola 600. Across the garage, Tony Roper is frustrated. Contrary to what he was promised, the Washington Irving team's cars are old and slow, accounting for his several DNQs. In qualifying for the Busch race, Roper is swapped out of the number 50 for Stanton Barrett, but Barrett also fails to qualify.
Alright.
The team insists this is only a temporary change, and that Roper will be back behind the wheel at Dover.
Okay.
That changes on June 1st, as the Dr. Pepper team isn't entered at the Monster Mile.
Alright.
One driver who is entered is Kyle Petty, who to Richard's surprise will not only run the Cup race, but drive Adam's car on Saturday. The moment overwhelms Kyle in his first public appearance since the accident.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, coming in here last night and just rolling through the front gate of the racetrack and knowing that Adam wasn't here was pretty hard.
Yeah, I can
don't
imagine.
think the emotion of getting back in the car and getting in his car is going to be that bad, because I've been around his crew every day. I've been around that car every day. I think it was just coming back to the racetrack and seeing new people and being around that part of it. That's the toughest part. We used to joke about being a father and son and best friend. But it was a lot truer. And I think we were. And I think Austin and I, and Montgomery and Patty and all of us are in the same way. So,
Alright, guys, you know, like...
I don't know. We tried to do that because we felt like that was more important than the racing stuff. Racing's important, but your family was a lot more important.
Yeah,
Kyle
absolutely.
qualifies for the Busch race and runs as high as 6th before a late pit stop drops him to
Nothing more important than
26th.
family, right?
Kyle misses the field for the Cup race, but serves as a relief driver for teammate John Andretti, who is struggling with rib injuries from his tangle with Irwin in the Winston. He does all this at Dover, site of Kyle's last Cup victory and Adam's first laps led in the series.
No one even lives next door. Where is that fucking noise coming from? That's so annoying.
Irwin finishes 17th at Dover after qualifying 11th, and at one point nudges Jimmy Spencer out of the way. June 11th, Michigan. Kyle Petty gets his number 44 into a Cup race for the first time since Richmond, but a blown engine...
I'm gonna go back, because that's just distracting me. I'm not even listening, you know? Like, hopefully you guys can't hear it.
Adam's first laps led in the series. Irwin finishes 17th at Dover after qualifying 11th, and at one point nudges Jimmy Spencer out of the way.
Alright.
June 11th, Michigan.
Get out of my way, bro.
Kyle Petty gets his number 44 into a Cup race for the first time since Richmond, but a blown engine leaves him 39th. Irwin doesn't finish much better in 35th. In the next round at Pocono, Kyle's engine lets go again, putting him 41st. Irwin takes 25th. The series then heads west to Sears Point, where Kyle Petty makes a statement in qualifying. He He puts his car on the outside pole, his first front row start since April 1996 at Martinsville.
Wow, that's a
Petty knows that win today won't change history, and it certainly won't turn back the clock. But it might be the first step toward the healing of a broken heart. Simply put, Rusty Wallace may have the speed, Jeff Gordon may have the string, but Kyle Petty has the spirit. The spirit and the glow of a very special sun, and it's shining on him here today.
Kyle's run happens on June 23rd, 2000, the same day I take this picture of Irwin's car on the front stretch.
Oh, cool.
That night,
That's
in the Auto race at Toledo, Scott Baker is killed in this accident when his car strikes a protective tire barrier.
Fucking hell.
In Sunday's Cup race on the road course, Petty finishes 19th. Irwin squeezes Elliott Sadler in the wall, then spins out in the final laps and finishes 25th. 4 days after Sears Point, things have gone from bad to worse at Washington Irving Motorsports. The team's website is down, and there's word the crew has been sent home without pay.
Oh, that's
Tony Roper
unfortunate.
quits and looks for a new team. It's heard he may still have support from Dr. Pepper as a sponsor, but that falls through as they sign with David Green at C.C. Welliver.
Okay.
Later that same week, Roper tests with Alumni Motorsports, a struggling single-car Busch team fielded by Ohio State alumnus Brent Bouchou. The team doesn't go with Roper for the next race in Milwaukee and sticks with Lance Hooper. Meanwhile, Kyle Petty arranges with ASA driver Scott Hansen to qualify the number 45 at Milwaukee, while Petty runs the Cup race in Daytona that coming Saturday. Kyle finishes 30th in this Daytona race, held on July 1st, which also marks the final Cup race broadcast on CBS. That Pepsi 400 will become the 87th and final Cup start for Kenny Irwin Jr. Irwin stays out to lead lap 86 under caution, the 179th lap he's led in a Cup car. On lap 123, he makes this daring move down the backstretch.
Oh, right down in and under.
5 wide, 6 wide, down the back straightaway.
Jeez. 6 wide down the straight. Fucking hell.
Kenny Irwin, that green car, ran the whole back straightaway on the apron to gain position.
Irwin finishes 22nd and sits 28th in points, exactly where he ranked at the end of his rookie season. It's been a frustrating year, but outwardly, Irwin has reason to smile. Ganassi has gone over plans for him to stay in the number 42 in 2001, and he'll be driving a brand new car the next week at New Hampshire.
Nice.
He's also planning on marrying his girlfriend, and is thinking of the right way to propose.
So,
The next day on July 2nd,
he's
Kyle
about to
Petty
die,
travels to
obviously.
Milwaukee,
Fuck.
where Scott Hansen has qualified the number 45 car in 18th. Petty finishes 8th, the first top 10 finish of the year for the team. That same day, NASCAR officials looking into Adams' crash report no signs of mechanical failure. While crew chiefs still point to a stuck throttle, Mike Helton says there is no evidence of that. Regardless, Petty will not compete in the following
we
week's
didn't just
Cup
drive
race
into the
round.
fucking wall.
He again hands the wheel to Steve Grissom. However, Richard Petty will make the trip to Loudon as a goodwill gesture to track president Bob Baer. The King will be there in time for opening practice on Friday, July 7th. Programs printed for the event already call it the New England 300, but the summer of 2000 is the height of the .com bubble, and websites are eager to buy up naming rights to races.
Yeah, fair
So, after the Mall.com 400 at Darlington, but before the GoRacing.com 500 at Bristol, the investment of a cosmetic surgeon referral service means New Hampshire will host the ThatLook.com.
Caught it 5 seconds before it went off. We're going to pause that right there. That's good timing. Bang, bang. That was part, I think, 3. Let's have a look. Do the math. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I've got 2 more to go. I'm going to try and make it part 5, a 5-parter, because I've been saying 5 parts the whole time. Hopefully I didn't get it wrong and it's not like 6 or something. Who knows? But anyway, these guys are my patrons. Please consider becoming a patron as well. Money's cool. I like money. If you give me some of your money, then until these stickers run out, you'll get one of these. You'll get 1 or 2 of these if you're a patron. It's just a holographic Anxious Squid sticker. I'll order more, but each time I order stickers, it's a different type of sticker. So once they're all gone, there will never be one exactly the same. So jump on board, get into that for me. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going and get on to part 4. I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks for watching.